Okay, so we're here at 4MS with Thomas. Hey, Thomas.
Hello.
Hey. How are you enjoying the show so far?
It's been great. This is such a great event. We're mostly here showing off Metamodule, which is our new module that allows you to play over 1,500 virtual modules. There's a lot of things that you might recognize from brands like Mutable Instruments and Befaco and 4MS. Lots of different developers. Some of these folks have previously only made modules that are available in VCV Rack. And so the way that Metamodule works is you can make patches here in the module, or you can make patches in VCV Rack and transfer them to Metamodule. Any module that works in VCV can be ported over to Metamodule. Right now, that's over 1,500 virtual modules. You can make patches where everything in here is patched either to other virtual modules in the patch or mapped to knobs and jacks on the module for integration into a larger hardware patch. So right now we're listening to a patch of conga bongo polyrhythms, and you can see a knob set here that shows you what each of these knobs on the module is mapped to in this particular patch. You can save patches to internal memory or to a micro SD card or to USB. USB on the module can also be used for MIDI mapping, so if you have a favorite MIDI controller, keyboard, or something like that, you can send MIDI and map it to whatever is happening in your patch. You can go in and do auto mapping, where you automatically map knobs that are in your patch to knobs on the module or jacks, or you can draw patch cables to other virtual modules in the patch. So it's very flexible. It's great for live performance so that you don't have to bring your entire modular system, but you can have all kinds of self-contained patches that you've made in advance here with Metamodule. We also have expanders for it, such as the Wi-Fi expander here that allows you to send your patches directly from VCV Rack over Wi-Fi. There's also an audio and CV expander that allows you to have 6 more channels of CV or audio inputs or outputs, or 8 more outputs. And also next week we're releasing the button expander. These buttons can be mapped to switches or buttons in your patch. So it's a whole ecosystem that we've been working on since last year.
Fantastic. And what are the kind of limitations in terms of loading in a VCV Rack patch?
So people always ask us, how many modules can you have in a patch? And the answer varies depending on the CPU load of different modules. So for example, you can't have 6 convolution reverbs, otherwise it'll get bogged down. You can't have that many reverbs with your PC either. But you can have patches with a lot of different variety of modules. You can have a whole lot of more basic things. And up in the top right corner of the patch, you can see the CPU load is indicated up here, so you know when you're starting to reach the limits, when this number gets up into the 90s.
That's great.
You can also change the sample rate that the patch is running at.
And what sort of a development time did you put into this before release?
This definitely took years of development in working out a way to squeeze out as much processing power as possible. We wrote our own operating system because if we had used Linux for this, for example, a lot of the CPU load would have been taken up by the operating system. So instead, we wrote our own operating system for it.
Excellent, excellent. And yeah, in terms of like onboard storage, how many different things will it hold at any one
Basically,
time?
you can store as many patches as you want in a combination of internal storage space and the micro SD card, so the space there is only limited by the capacity of your card, or you can save patches onto USB storage as well.
It's great, really cool module. Just allows people to do anything they want, really. With
Yes,
module,
yes,
right?
it can be absolutely anything.
And so the new button edition that's coming out soon.
Yes, the button expander will be out October 6th and available at dealers everywhere. It's got 8 buttons, and you can map those to anything.
Is that something that came about through people asking for it, or like how did it come about?
We always had a roadmap for all kinds of different expanders for more control, and button expander is especially useful because the main module doesn't have buttons that you can assign to anything, so people have been asking for the button expander, and it'll be available now.
Great. That's
We're envisioning
awesome.
a lot of creative uses for it, ranging from muting and unmuting different elements in a mix, or manually triggering drums, things like that. You can map it to any switch or drum on any virtual module, any switch or button.
Cool. Can we hear another patch from it? This
Sure.
is, we've been enjoying
Sure,
this one
so
for
the
a few
navigation
minutes.
is really easy. Everything is this one encoder and this back button. So if I go to load a patch, I'll see a list of all the patches that are here. You can preview a patch while you're still playing the previous patch, and then just hit play to start playing the new patch. So there are the knob assignments that are updated in real time to show you what parameters in this particular patch each knob is mapped to. And then you can also see your jack assignments as well.
It's got a very rich sound, hasn't it? Yeah, it sounds really smooth. Great, so yeah, how much does it retail for?
The Metamodule is $649 US, and the audio expander is $181, the button expander is $125, and the Wi-Fi expander is $99.
And sorry, what does the audio expander offer?
So the expander will give you 6 more channels of audio or CV inputs to the Metamodule, and 8 more channels of audio or CV outputs.
Excellent. That's
So
really
it definitely
useful.
lends itself to making bigger and more complex patches.
And do you have any other ideas for further expansions that you'd care to share with us?
Sure, we have a roadmap for a few more. One of them will offer MIDI over TRS so that you don't have to tie up the USB. There may also be a knob expander and maybe a slider expander.
Excellent. Well, it's a really, really great module. I love the versatility of it. You've clearly put a lot of time and thought into this.
Thanks. Yeah, we think it's really something for everyone. There are Metamodule users who like it as just end-of-chain effects or just a particular module whenever you need it. If your patch needs a filter or an oscillator or a sequencer or something like that, it can be any of those things. It's useful in those contexts, especially for live performance. It doesn't necessarily have to be a vehicle for huge, complicated patches, but some people use it that way as well, especially people that are accustomed to using VCV as part of their workflow.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you so much, Thomas. Really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.